Well, Undersheriff, so how are you going to plan to handle the St. Patrick's Day riots?
Okay, well, it's going to be handled the same way we done St. Patrick's Day for the past 15 years or so. We will have approximately between the main times on St. Patrick's Day between 6 p.m. on the 17th and 3 p.m. on the 18th. We will have anywhere from 25 to 36 officers out, including Montana Highway Patrol. They will be patrolling the area and also helping us with our foot patrols in the uptown area.
And how about anything underage drinking?
We will have our normal, we'll have 4 to 6 officers signed just to underage drinking to walk the streets. They will be, they will have portable breath tests machines with them in order to see if we can get a handle on that right away. Again, our officers are told to stop fights if they can prior to them getting out of hand, make the arrest when necessary to keep the crowds calm. It's on Thursday. It's going to start getting busy again, I believe. We're prepared for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday crowd being in the uptown area. So we hope people come to Butte, have a great time, use the designated driver, and get home safely.
What is the biggest problem that you usually encounter?
Disorderly conducts, basically fights. The crowds are getting big, get pushing and shoving matches started. So we try to get them right away. We'll have officers on foot starting at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, walking the uptown area. At about 10 o'clock or so at night, we mainly concentrate in the area of Park and Main, Broadway and Main. That's where the crowds seem to gather. And then again on Galena Street, on Galena and Main. But that's where our main focus will be. We encourage people to take either, get a taxi or a designated driver to get them home safely.
Yeah, I assume you're going to have patrols too, kind of looking for DUIs.
High Patrol will be in town. I'm not sure if they're bringing their task force in or what officers they are bringing in. They usually do have their task force here for St. Patrick's Day, and so they will be on the outskirts. We'll also have officers in cars responding to other calls that we normally have over on weekends and during the week. So we'll have roughly 6 to 7 cars working the street, plus officers on foot.
And how about just over the years, how has it been from a law enforcement standpoint as far as rowdiness and what you deal with in the years? I know it used to be a really wild time.
I think probably we started the foot patrols probably in about 2005, 2006. Prior to that, we were mainly in cars and just responding to disturbances. And we did have some incidents where cars were damaged, or police cars were damaged. Officers were getting beer bottles thrown at them, and incidents like that. During that time, we met with the bars. They agreed not to sell bottles in their establishments. We do get bottles brought in, of course, from people who come in from convenience stores and grocery stores and stuff and bring their own alcohol in the uptown area. But since we put officers on foot, I think the first couple of years we did it, we were arresting over 100 people for that one night. Right now, I think last year was in the 30s. So we've got a handle on it. Most 99% of the people that come to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Butte are great people. They celebrate, they get home safely, and that's what we want everybody to do. But we do have a few that refuse to cooperate with us.
Yeah. So I think it's getting a little more under control.
It is getting, it's been good the last few years. Again, we're getting into the weekend era, so.
Yes.
Again, it depends on what day of week it is usually, but we're into the weekends again. So we're looking forward to a bigger crowd, but hopefully that it's a safe crowd.
And you just mentioned that since you started having the foot patrol, how does foot patrol kind of having that foot patrol presence make such a big difference? Why does it make such a big difference?
I think we can react quicker to problems. We can move in, solve the problems right away, break up the people that are getting into fights or whatever. And the people that are there just to have a great time really enjoy it. We get out and talk to them, we meet with the public. Officer presence is always the best deterrent to crime. And that's what this does. It deters things from happening. So
it seems like there's when you're in a patrol car, it's they don't get that human.
They don't get the one-on-one. They don't get that. We don't get it either. So we don't really see when you're going by at 10 to 15 miles an hour driving through an area. You don't get to meet the crowd. You don't get to see what's going on. You don't hear as much when our officers are out there on foot. They can hear yelling and screaming. They can people are more willing to come up to them and say, hey, there's a fight over there, you might want to go over and see what's going on. And we can put, 6 to 12 officers into an area of a fight and get it broken up, get our officers out of there safely, and get the people to jail that need to go. There is a change this year, just so everybody's aware of it. The parade route has changed. It is starting on East Granite Street this year, just over by Cordo and East Granite. It'll be coming over East Granite, crossing Main Street, then turning south on Montana to Park, and then we eastbound on Park through Arizona Street. The parade is scheduled to end at Arizona, but it'll go through all the way to Cordo though, to get so the parade can break down over the same place where.
You say why the change this year?
The change was so we haven't brought the parade over Park Street in quite a while due to some issues we had with some of the bars that were kind of rowdy to the people that were in the parade.
Oh.
This year, in speaking with Butte Celebrations and stuff, they kind of requested us, did the bars to bring start the parade going back down Park Street again. We thought we'd do it this year. We are requesting people not to park on the parade route if possible. We will have roadblocks. We will have barricades set up from the bus, basically where the bus stop is on West Park Street, through the intersection of Main, and to approximately where the drive-in, where the Banks drive-in locations parking lot is at. So it's probably about a block total of barricades where no parking will be allowed, so that people can stand in the street and watch the parade without getting too close to the people that are in the parade itself. So hopefully this works. We'll have all kinds of officers on foot during that time also in that area to make sure the crowd is behaved. Again, we haven't brought it in front of the bars in a while. This is something new we're trying this year again at the request of Butte Celebration, so hopefully it works out well.
Wait, so it's not going on Montana Street when I?
It is going on south on Montana from between.
Starts on Granite, going west.
Going west on Granite, south on Montana, east on Park.
Okay, so.
And it's going to end where?
Again, on Arizona.
Oh, it's just going to curve.
It's going to go straight through Park Street to Arizona Street, and then it will it'll continue straight down Park Street to where it began on Cordo.
So
basically the Helsinki bar, the street that goes by the Helsinki bar.
you were saying something about bottles. Are the bars not serving beer in bottles?
They
No.
haven't in the past several years. They haven't served beer.
Cans or
They
cups.
use cans or cups for us, and it's helped us greatly. Again, people will bring their own bottles into the uptown area. Again, 99% of the people, don't. They will go to the bars, buy their drinks in the bars, and behave.
And you guys are going to do the same thing where you're requesting, asking the bars to close? Or?
Well, it depends. The letter we put out to the bars, and it's been out and out for a week, is that if we have issues, we'll ask them to close early if there's major problems. But the last couple of years, we haven't had to have them close early. They were able to stay open till 2, and we go in and we are 1:30. We go into the bars, assist them in getting the patrons out of the bar. Patrons of Butte now, the people that have been coming to St. Patrick's Day for the past 3 years, know how that works. Know that we put them out in the street and they walk southbound on Main Street with us. And basically, it works pretty well. Clears the streets out. We're able to get most everybody off the street by about 2:30 in the morning.
And there is that thing too. You guys still have the 2 o'clock prohibition.
We had that in effect last year too. During it, I think the last couple of years.
Can't have open container.
Open container, and people are very cooperative with that. We move them out of the bars. They know that they have to leave their beer behind in the bars before stepping onto the street. We give people time to accommodate us with that. Again, if they refuse and put up a battle with us about doing that, chances are they'll be taken to the detention center.
So they're not allowed to have open containers once they
After 2 a.m.
after.
That's
2
all.
Yeah.
All
That just
year.
has to do with St. Patty's Day.
No, that's a law that's in effect, an ordinance that's in effect for the past 3 years.
3 years now. But just as a reminder, people.
Just as a reminder that, to leave your, if you're removing from the bars, you leave your alcohol back in the bars and don't come out in the street with it. Or if we ask you to dump it out,
And
dump it out.
do.